Hey guys, it's Sebastian Walker here, and today I will be showing you the basic gameplay and mechanics of Clash Mini. Clash Mini is the newest game released by the gaming company Supercell. Supercell makes very unique games, and this game, Clash Mini, went beta on 8th of November, which is almost 2 weeks. This is a very unique game and it has a very fun gameplay. I will show you the basics of it today. In the shop, you can buy resources with coins and gems. The entire game revolves around building your deck and fighting against your opponents and gaining trophies by beating them. Your deck consists of 1 heroes and 5 minis. Currently in the game there are 5 heroes and 20 minis. 2 of these heroes are unique to the Clash Mini game. Actually 3 of them, even the Shield Maiden. In the shop you can buy minis for coins or you can buy heroes for gems. I do not recommend buying heroes. You can buy the minis if you want, because this will help you progress faster. You can buy challenge coins also, which are used for playing competitive matches, but neither of these are worth it. You get 5 of them free every day. The best way to spend gold right now is buying minis, and for gems I would recommend saving it, since I'm pretty sure Supercell will add something worth buying with gems later in the future. Now you also have to complete quests. Quests give you points for the progression, which allows you to unlock rewards along the path as you progress. So this is the deck that I am going to be using. This is the leaderboard where you can see and progress through the different leagues. By advancing to the higher leagues, you unlock new arena, basically called new boards in this game, and with those come some new special tiles which can change the tide of the battle. The special tiles have some special abilities. Now I am going to go into the first duel, and let's see. We are in the Electro Valley. The Electro Valley has a special tile supercharger, and any unit placed here gains 4 energy. To use the super, some troops have supers, and to use the super you need energy. You get energy by dealing damage or taking damage. And if I place anything on this tile, it charges the super, but none of us placed, as you can see. And as you can see, it's going on. Once you place down the troops, there's nothing much you can do. And my hero clutches up. Now this entire deck is built around the concept. Every deck has a concept and every hero is unique, and you need to adjust to the playstyle. Now I am going to anticipate that my opponent is going to put something on their supercharging tile. So I am going to put a spear goblin and a miner there. The concept of this deck is to keep my hero alive. That's why I have 2 tanks, battle healers and guards, and those can get really tanky. The battle healer heals the troops around itself when it charges its supers. So it's really useful to have other tanks beside it. As you can see, we are now 2-0. At the start of every round you get 6 elixir, and you can place troops down worth 6 elixir every round. If you do not use all the 6 elixir, the extra elixir is going to get carry forwarded. There can be a maximum of 5 rounds, which means at max you can place troops worth 30 elixir on the board. Now normally you will have your deck costing above 30 elixir, and that's fine because that gives you flexibility. You cannot upgrade everything to the top, to the max that you build in your deck, but it's okay because you don't need to. Your opponent also cannot most of the time. As you can see, my hero keeps teleporting after charging its super from here to there, and that's why it's really important to keep the hero alive, because it's the strongest. Now if the match does not end in 30 seconds, it goes to sudden death, where the unit with the highest HP survives. As you can see, I won 3-0 and this was a complete domination. Now we are going to play a rumble match. A rumble is significantly different from a duel. In a duel, you go against the same person and the first person to win 3 rounds is the winner. But in a rumble, you get paired against 7 other players and you get divided into 2 groups of 4 each. And in each group, you get to play 3 rounds in the first phase, and you need to win 2 of those 3 rounds in order to advance to the second phase. The top 2 from each group gets to advance to the second phase, and there you are paired against each other in semi-finals. You win that to go to the finals. These are direct eliminations, and the winner of the final is the winner of the Rumble match. Now Rumble is significantly harder to win, but that's why you also get double rewards for playing a Rumble. This is in Electro Valley. So I am going to start by anticipating my opponent is going to play something on their supercharging tile. I am also going to play my opponent might anticipate the same and play something on the 4th lane from the right. So I am going to keep that empty. Now as you can see, my prediction was correct and the Electro Wizard is going to fall. My Battle Healer also manages to heal. Now let's hope that it takes out the Spear Goblin, and it does. Now it's a battle of the Countess, and I think my Countess is going to win because my Countess had more health at the end of that. Now I won my first round, and the other player who also won the first round, I will be paired against him. Now this, if I win this round, then I can be fearless of losing the next round, because I will be guaranteed to move in the next. I am going to play my Spear Goblin not on this lane because I don't want the Giant Skeleton to die. If the Giant Skeleton dies, it drops a bomb which deals massive damage to my troop, which is a massive problem for me. So I am straight up going to go for that Countess. Even though the Countess survives, which is unfortunate, but the Giant Skeleton is up. But unfortunately I lose this round, so I need to win the next round, or else I am going to get eliminated from the first phase and I am not going to make it into the semi-finals. Now all hope is not lost, because as I said, if I win the next round, I still get to advance to the second phase. I will be paired up against Venom 111 because that's how the pairing works. In the last round, first and the fourth are paired, while the second and the third are paired. I am going to put down I'm going to put a miner down here, and I want to upgrade the Battle Healer. There's no point in saving Elixir here because it's all in. I don't want to attack the Giant Skeleton, which is probably going to be on that. I did exactly what I was not supposed to do. I attacked the Giant Skeleton, but fortunately I did not. I missed. I need to get rid of that monk as quickly as possible because it deals massive damage and it's going to eliminate the... Now I win in sudden death, because in sudden death the unit on the board which has the highest HP is the one that survives. The HP goes down equally for every troop. As you can see, I won 2 rounds, but still I get to go to the second round, final phase. This is the semi-final, where I am paired against one of the top players of the other group. Now here also I need to go all in because there's literally no point in saving my elixir. I am going to go with a level 1 miner. I'm going to anticipate a strong here, and I think this should be good. Probably I should have placed my wizard behind a tank. And as you can see, my Countess just manages to heal, but it seems it seems rather unlikely that I might be able to win if my Battle Healer needs to keep surviving and healing. And I think that I am able to successfully do that. So I win the semi-finals also, and now I get to go to the finals. And I get a rematch against this Countess that beat me in the first round. I have a chance to redeem myself. Now let's see how that works out. I am going to switch this because the guard's super ability charges its shield, but making it 3 stars allows it to get a shield at the start anyway, so it's going to be a waste putting it there. I'm also going to put my miner here so it goes to the back. I'm going to charge my Battle Healer. My wizard is level 2, which means it deals bonus damage over time. my battle healer healed, but my opponent had giant skeleton. As you can see, I do not win the finals, but I still managed to reach the finals. And Rumble is much harder. Winning a Rumble is not as easy as it is to win a duel, because you need to win the first 2 rounds in a Rumble to advance to the next phase. As you can see, even though I am second, I am still going to get I get 6 trophies and 12 coins, even though I am second. If I were to win a duel completely, I would still get only 5. So it's a gamble, but it can pay really well if you know how to win it. So guys, that is it. That's all what I will be showing you today. This is a very fun game to play, and if you don't know how to download it and want to know, stay tuned. That's the next thing I will be teaching you how to do it. That's it for today, guys. I'll see you next time.